We're here, baby. How you guys doing? You good?
Yeah, man. Fucking dude, work is fucking crazy, man. Fucking
It's still crazy over there?
Well, it's just it's it's not as it's just constantly kind of busy, but just working in a grocery store in this environment, it's just fucking stressful. It's just cuz it's damn, everyone's got it, right? That's just what everyone's
I feel like some people are less paranoid than me. I know some people are just less paranoid than me. And so then I'm just am I fucking up here by not... Should I be enjoying my life more?
Yeah.
Are you being concerned
because some people are...
by people?
I'm just I've been just I don't go anywhere. I mean, if I'm not going to the store, I go for walks. But some people I think are I don't know, are people still hanging out in small groups? Do people do that, or is that just people are doing that?
I was doing that today. Went down to the pool.
With who?
No, I just saw other people doing that. No, I saw I was just riding my bike today. There's 10 people building a skate ramp together. Music going, hey guys. There's people having barbecues, right. But there's social distance barbecues.
And so it's okay, so these people just...
I think it's going to spread. The thing's going to spread, and we just have to realize that at this point. And yes, we can try to slow it, but no one's going to separate long enough for it to have any effect on the long-term spread of this thing. Because everyone's still going out to the grocery store. Everyone's still in the grocery store.
Yeah.
Dylan is at the epicenter of the spread right now.
Yeah, man. Well, and
so what's up with the toilet paper? Is that shit still out?
Man, we at the store I work at, we get in one pallet of it a week, which is more
that the
than
normal amount that you get pre-pandemic.
No, well, I guess maybe, probably. I don't know. The thing is, I never had to deal with toilet paper at all. It wasn't even a section that I work in. No one. There was always back stock. It was never empty. There's never been a shortage, but now it's we have to keep most of it in the back and we put it out every couple hours just so to stagger it so people that shop later could get some too.
Dude,
people everyone thinks they're the only person with the idea to come in right as the store opens. It's so stupid.
I just don't get it. It's dude, we've been at this for 5 weeks. Why do you think it's that? Isn't that thinking over? We're here for the long run. This is not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not this isn't panic level anymore.
Yeah. Well, the thing is it's not panic level, but it's now it's okay, yeah, don't. Couples are coming in a lot. It's send one person into to shop. Both of you don't need to be in here. We're in it for the long, long term. I don't know. There's just
that's where I get all horny though in the grocery store. So I love to go there with my lady.
Hey man, I get it, man.
There's nothing hotter than making out near fucking mayonnaise, dude. You ever just fucking stop in the middle of the aisle and just start making out with your lady? There's nothing there because you're in a land of surplus in the grocery store. It's erotic. It's hot,
dude. There used to be this couple that would come in. And they were probably in their mid 60s, but they were both they were both ripped. They would come in from the gym or some shit, and they'd be all you could tell that they had just showered, and they would just make out in the produce section.
What?
Yeah, they would make out in the produce section. They'd be shopping, and they would make out in produce. And they would just make out in various points of the store.
You can't. I mean, dude, when you're 6 years old, that's probably the sickest spot because you know that this is really the last part of health that you're probably gonna have.
Yeah.
And you've lived long enough where you don't care about anybody else's opinion, or you shouldn't. So you're just look. I'm trying to grab some ass near the salad, bro.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
Yeah, that's how the virus started. They say it came from China, but no. It was from two 60-year-olds making out in public. Yeah. That's disgusting.
Well, yeah,
Just
well, like
coughing.
they both had, like the dude had an Iron Man shirt, like not Robert Downey Jr., but like an Iron Man, like the race, you know?
Yeah, no, I know exactly the type of people you're talking about.
And
People in that good of shape in their 60s do shit like that. They're like that's their life.
Yeah, they've never found meaning in their life.
no,
So they're assigning it to working out.
yeah, that
Over
dude.
working
out
out in your once you reach your 30s, you should be over like that is your personality. Like, hey, workout guy, that's the 20s. It's like all these like Instagram people.
that's
It's like,
like-
oh, hey, have you ever
that's
thought about? Here's my workout. It's the same 3 exercises that everyone does. That we've known for.
Yeah, how many? All these people are like, I'm a fitness person. It's like, how many workouts really are there? Like,
There's
at some point, isn't it
do
just
squats,
like,
bend
yep,
your
we
knees.
kind of get what muscle groups we need to be moving?
Yeah,
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
are you hearing this, Jake?
I'm hearing it. I mean, it's fucking chopped up.
Fuck.
Oh, Max, you were on.
Your shit is just like,
All right, I'll stop jerking off.
But with
God.
like a hard electronic filter over it. So
You sounded like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
Coming,
For how
dude. It was
long?
just like
just
the entire point that you just tried to make was lost on.
Yeah.
No, it'll pick up on my end. I got it on my mic, so it'll be good on the actual podcast.
It'll be great on the
you
recording
guys,
when you just
people will be like, why aren't they responding to this hilarious point?
till this hilarious drop, bro.
Or, like it literally sounds like you go into like some like if an autistic third grader made a dubstep album. Like, that's what it sounded like.
Do any of you guys sound like that to me some of the time?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Sure. I mean, the next time we record this, I think we're just going to do it as a phone call instead of on the internet, which was probably the better call to make. But we're doing it now, so
Yeah.
who cares?
Anyways,
But, hey, this is the first episode. Either way, I agree with your point. Fitness guy should be done. You should be in shape, but not fitness.
because you're not getting
like your
in
life.
shape. After your 20s, in your 30s, you're not getting in shape. You're just maintaining from that point till the end of your life.
Dude, here's the thing. No, I don't believe that. You can get in better shape if you work out more in your...
Sure, but
there's
you're
people
never
who
gonna get
turn their
ripped.
life around.
You're never going to be...
Maybe. Either way, I saw something that was really positive about the pandemic is that influencers are losing tons of money.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, dude, it was great. All these people, these like ditzy fucking people were like, yeah, all the sponsorships are going away and we don't know what to do
You think
because,
that money will come back
are we being
after
in...
the pandemic?
Well, they were just... No, the best thing was where they were like, a lot of people were still posting like, hashtag, live my life. And people were like, dude, this is like, their fans were like starting to clown them because they were just looking like they were totally fucking out of touch, which they are already. But when it's not a pandemic, people could ignore that or like they actually are into it.
Yeah.
But when you're not making rent and your grandmother is dying, you're just like, yeah, I don't want to see your fat ass trying to sell me a goddamn shake weight, you piece of shit.
Yeah. Or that, all the people that are, like, oh, it's all like travel shit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
this,
Oh, I'm in Dubai now.
yeah. It's like, who gives a fuck? And you aren't in Dubai. You're good at Photoshop.
I'm in Italy. They're all in Italy usually.
Yup.
I'm in Milan. I'm in Italy. It's like, is there just like, if you just walked in Milan, is it just a bunch of American influencers showing their ass?
Right
Probably,
now?
yeah.
Or...
Not right now. No. Well, maybe that'd be kind of cool. They should be an influencer. We just send them all to a fucking...
Yeah, all the Italians are locked at home. It's just a bunch of Instagram models walking around
Yeah.
all the tourist attractions right now.
I got an $18 flight to Milan from San Francisco, and I decided that this was the time to share my truth.
The Coliseum is just full of hoes right now.
Yeah.
It's just...
Gladiator hose.
It's so hot.
Yeah.
It's so hot thinking of Russell Crowe stabbing a man to death inside of this building.
This is what the dream Caesar really had, man, is just the fucking Coliseum full
Hoes
of
fight-
bitches.
Hoes fighting to death for the last ventilator.
Just for the last.
I put a ventilator in the middle of the Coliseum, and all these Instagram hoes have to fight to intubate themselves.
They have to fight to the death over likes. Man, that's the,
I saw an
all that
ad.
shit.
All these,
I saw an ad on Roku where you can Cedar Sinai is like doing a GoFundMe for ventilators. Like you can buy a ventilator for
God
Mount
damn.
Sinai in New York
Holy
City if you want.
shit.
Yeah.
Sponsor. It's just a guy who's like barely breathing. He's like, please sponsor me. It's like, I don't know. You didn't really sell it to me, buddy. I'm gonna go with the hot chick. Yeah, some hot chick.
I don't know.
I also need a ventilator.
I don't know, man. If I was at the hospital and they were giving me a ventilator and they told me it was funded by Roku, I would send it back. I'd be like, give me a Google Drive or nothing. That fell flat.
There was a lady on Twitch, like someone shared on Twitter, some clip of this lady on Twitch just scolding people who are watching her and not subbing, basically, and not paying her money.
You sent me. I couldn't understand what was going on. What was she mad about?
I think on Twitch, like, I don't totally understand it, but I think you basically can tip people,
right,
or sub, and I don't know if having some subs gets you more money or how it works. Basically, she was mad at people who were watching her and not paying,
just watching her for free.
Yeah, like whatever she does, play video games or whatever the fuck this like no talent idiot does, and she was just like, see, if you don't have $10 to give me, you really shouldn't even be on Twitch. She was just like, it's like the most the most tone deaf complaint during a pandemic, really. And she was like she's like, if you don't even have $10, you shouldn't be on. You should be working right now. And $10, and it's just like, bitch, can we decapitate you through the screen? Like, can somebody find this woman?
It's like those,
just like,
man. If you don't have $10 to watch me play 2K, you are a peasant.
It's like those people that say, "Oh, if you can't tip 20% when you go out to eat, don't go out at all.
Don't go out.
Just don't go out."
Poor people, eat at home, you poor piece of shit.
Or it's like, yeah, I'd rather have 0 tip than 15%. It's like, don't these people get like, just because if I don't go out, then the waiter gets no tip. The waiter would rather get 15% than 0.
Nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Not in that world. Not in this
Not in
world,
Twitch
Max.
world?
I want 20 or nothing. Not in my world. I want 20 or nothing.
20 or nothing for counter service chicken. That's all this city
Yeah.
is now.
Why don't I get? Yeah, it's just
It's
yeah.
like, oh,
it's like,
how much do you want
you
to
have to tip on everything.
Yeah, how much do you want to tip to go get your own food, bust your own tables, clean the place, close it up shop, make the food yourself? Oh, yeah.
You know
I think that's
that-
worth 18.
That is another silver lining of this pandemic is every restaurant that ever had you bust your own shit is fucking closed. And
Yeah, when these things open up, they better be treating us like royalty, bro. I better be able to walk in on an employee's back.
I don't know, man, just the bust your own I'm not sorting anything. I'm putting it all in one tub, man. I don't work here.
Yeah, they've really done a great job of outsourcing other people's jobs to the customer. I fucking love that.
Yeah, that was that's some
But yeah, the fucking I knew there were people like that online who like get mad at people if they don't send money or whatever, and it's just like, first of all, this girl, not a lot of cleavage on this gal. So, if you want to become a successful Twitch lady gamer and you ain't showing any type of cleave, I don't know what you're asking for.
Yeah,
here.
that's yeah.
Yeah, basically her...
Dude, there was this what?
No, nothing. It's like her whole...
There's this yeah.
Cut this part out. Go ahead.
I think there's a slight delay between you and me. Like, I think there's a... Next time we can do it on a phone call. But what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to say I had a great point lined up, and it's about the Twitch economy. Is like, so the only way she makes money is that people feel compelled to give her money for doing what she does for free. Like, I could just watch her
Yes.
for free. but now she's mad.
Yes.
And say
that not
like
every person
5% of people used to tip her for doing something. That makes no sense. Like, if you're going to provide a service for free, then why would anyone pay you for it?
Yeah, dude. I mean, any tips that I've gotten are just like, oh, wow, this is insane that you're tipping for this. But it's not a expectation.
Yeah, you have to provide like a premium service or like an extra service. That's how the whole internet works. It's like, here's
you
our
created
free
this.
shit.
It's called titties. They're called titties.
You created this stream, and then you provide the content. If someone tips, they tip. If they don't, then fucking you should just keep.
But that's a failed business model from the start. From the start, like, that's doomed to fail. Because as soon as you're.
Well, no, you want is eventually, like, I think it's built in that some people will tip. Like, some people enjoy giving money to people on Twitch just like they enjoy giving money to a band.
They're called mark-ass bitches.
But, like,
exactly,
there's a difference between people who fucking do it because they like doing it and then just making sure that everybody does it.
Mm. Yeah.
There was a fucking... I came across this thread of people who would, like... because a lot of those people won't disclose, like, if they're in a relationship or not, because the illusion is that, especially like the women, that they're available. You know, like they want to keep it.
I'm single, ladies. Just to keep it.
Keep the mystery.
Yeah.
A lot. You know, they want these guys to think, oh, like, I'm paying attention to her, I'm tipping, so she's gonna notice me and she's gonna be
of course. Yeah.
Right, but so there's this whole thread of these women posting messages, posting the DMs they got when the guys would find out they had a relationship, and he was just like, this one guy's like, I've spent thousands of dollars on you. Why would you lie to me like this? She's like, dude, I didn't lie to you. You didn't ask me out. Yeah. There was no. But these dudes, like, that's their life. That's their, and that's why I think some of these girls can even be confident in talking like that. It's because they know that some of these dudes are like, oh, I don't want to get on her bad side. Like, I definitely will. You know, like, I'm sure she knows that some dudes are going to tip more now.
Yeah.
God.
And some people are going to go away.
So you're saying people are being nagged virtually. They're being virtually nagged. They're not even...
100%, dude. And I bet you some of those dudes are into it.
Ugh. That's disgusting.
Hey, you know, you got to stack your paper no matter which way, you know?
She's hustling, dog. She's a bona fide hustler.
Just like
shaming customers into money.
Yeah, it's the same dude that falls in love with, or that thinks that the stripper really likes him.
Right.
You know.
Right.
It's like now person can that can happen digitally. You know, like some dude can fall in love with some person on Twitch, like they even had a fucking shot. It's like, you're getting played, dude.
Don't even know her real name.
I mean,
yeah. You're like, yo, man.
Bro, who do you think these people are?
Star Fox 69420. The connection, you know.
Yeah, these people are not like. I mean, it's probably a bunch of. I'm sure it's not all lonely dudes, but it's probably a bunch of lonely dudes who are just spending their fucking money hoping that this chick. Because, dude, they also get a shout out too. So you'll be like, if you donate in real time, the person will be like, hey, thanks so much, Dylan. Like, that's so sweet. And then Dylan be like, oh, hell, you know.
Man, why are you using my name, man? Come on.
Well, you know, Max, Max is just too cold-hearted to ever give a fucking tip. He's he's mad about tipping already, so.
Hey.
I can't even use him as an example.
Yeah.
We live in a tip economy. It's just fucked up that everyone has to depend on tips. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Everyone has to depend on people at their own same level. Economic level or below. Right. It's fucking insane.
It's just like open mic comedy. We're all passing around the same $5.
Yeah, for real. Yes.
It's just like, well, I made this $5 last week, but I'm going to pay it to you this week, and it just keeps moving.
Yeah. God, it's...
But can you get tipped on virtual comedy shows? Is that part of the economy now?
Yeah, I think some of them are on Twitch, and then you can definitely get tips.
Have you gotten a tip from a virtual comedy show yet, Jake?
I did a virtual comedy show, and I heard that there were tips, but I was not cut in on those, so
You
I don't
didn't
know
get paid?
what that was about. We got paid a flat fee, but we didn't get any of the additional money for
How
tips.
does the pay
I don't
in the
know if
virtual comedy show world compare to the real comedy show world?
Yeah, what's that like?
Let's see. A few of them I've gotten
And who-
are I'm going to get paid later.
At a later date. To be
At
determined.
a later date. TBD.
Okay.
Look, man,
some
we're in a
confusion.
recession right now, man. So this digital paycheck's coming a little later, but I'm good
I'm
for
getting
it.
cut in on the money
But-
later, and then
Did you do a digital show for Harvey's? They're like, hey, we're gonna.
my digital paycheck bounced at Harvey's.
You gotta catch that Venmo now. I
My,
would-
my Venmo was told to cash later, but let's see. And then there was one I got paid. A couple I've just gotten paid. Like, this is what we're gonna pay you, and that's what I got paid.
So are people
Right
paying
on.
to watch the virtual comedy show?
But I don't know. That work for me has dried up.
Because I have
I
not
got
been
booked a few
asked
times
to
in
do.
the first couple weeks, and now all the shows I see are like the same names, the same LA and New York comics names over and over again.
Yeah.
because they're all like the downward pressure. Like we aren't needed because they can get anybody.
Yeah.
What level
Yeah.
of? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What level of New York and LA comics are now being
But yeah,
asked
when
to
it's-
do a
I mean-
show?
Yeah, they can get Shane Torres and fucking whatever. You're cutting out Maxie.
I am. Can you
Max,
hear me?
you're just a fucking digital robot. You're
I'm a
you're
robot
not a
again?
person to us,
Shit.
Can you hear us?
Mac. I guarantee you
I
can
can
hear
hear
us,
you
but I
guys.
guarantee that we can't hear
Yeah.
him because
Well,
yeah, you're a robot, bro. Do you have a better room that you can record from? Where are you fucking recording this from? A goddamn bunker?
Just my bedroom. Or a bedroom.
I'm telling you, he's in Colombia, and they're not fucking
Yeah,
around.
dude. He fucking moved to Colombia with his wife.
Yeah, to get away from the Rona, man.
I'm thinking
do
about
you call it
going.
there,
I'm
El
thinking
Rona?
about leaving Portland.
El Ronita! El Ronita! Rona, Rona, Rona! Tamale, tamale, tamale! Rona, Rona,
They don't
Rona!
have tamales
I don't know
there.
why that's so fucking funny.
El Rona! Ah! Eres
Mucho
Yeah.
virus.
mucho virus, amigo.
It's the
Rona.
cerveza virus there.
Yeah. But, dude, man,
Oh yeah, it's the cerveza virus. It's not the coronavirus.
man, do you worry that you're going to suck at stand-up again? Like, because
Worry. I already sucked before, and I'm gonna suck even harder.
well, yeah, but
This hour-long stream I do every night is keeping me as sharp as I possibly can.
Have you guys
True.
written any new
Yeah,
material?
That's all I have. I actually did. I started writing the jokes the other day.
that's tight.
I was like, okay, this is a premise
About
I feel like could
Nazis, or
work
what was it
post-pandemic, regardless of... It was actually about the Olympics.
Oh, okay. They're not
About
happening.
It was about the... No, I know, but it wasn't about these Olympics. It was just about the Olympic Games in
So
general.
this doesn't
I was
have
like,
anything
this
to do
could
with
work.
Corona. You're doing something.
No.
Just a thought, just an observation. You're just gonna be coming out there. Hey, folks,
I was
what's
thinking-
the deal with the Olympics? People are gonna be like, I just lost all my grandparents. Why is this guy talking about the Olympics?
Hey, but also people are gonna
You gotta have. They don't want the virus. They
people
don't
are
want
gonna
El
wanna escape
Ronita all the
something.
time, bro.
Yeah, people are gonna want to escape.
I know.
You don't
it's just
think-
funny.
Yeah,
It's gonna be like, yeah. I had an old Olympics joke, and I was like, oh, I could actually like update this.
Every
It
4
never
years,
really went
baby.
anywhere, but
Coming up.
no, that's only my election material. I keep my Olympic material
Fresh?
fresh. My,
You
my
don't
election
recycle
material,
your
I just
Olympic
recycle.
material?
well, no. See, that's no. You got to have your winter and your summer sets. So
That's-
that's,
that's
an
true.
eight. So that's 8 years. So you're keeping it fresh. People.
I mean,
How many Olympics
I still
have
bust
you
out my
done comedy
Peekaboo
for?
Street joke.
what'd you say?
How many Olympics have you been doing comedy for now?
I don't know. I started in 2013, so How many is that? Like 4, 2.
You had the 20. I'm just talking summer. I'm not counting winter.
Well, part of the joke was like, okay, so the winter ones were created in like 1924. They were much later. The other ones were in 1896. I read.
Right, Athens.
Dude, there are some wild sports that I did not know were part of the games.
Like tug of war.
There, no, like
Wasn't
so
that
like
in the
they cover all
Olympics?
the. Was it?
I think so.
Team tug of war.
Yes.
Okay, the premise of the joke was that this is just an acceptable like race war that we're all okay with. Is just like, yeah, like let's just see who's the best at this.
But, okay.
And
Yeah, well, we divided up by countries, but you know what we mean.
well, I was like going down the rabbit hole. I was like, okay, what white guy has ever run the 100 meters under 10 seconds? And this guy did it in 2010. And the last 100 meter gold medalist was in 1980.
Damn.
He was this British guy.
Roids.
That was the last time. That was the last time a white. And they even talk about. They're like, they talk about it in the Wikipedia article how it's like it was a big deal that a white guy.
Oh,
won.
so it was a big deal in 1980 that he even won. They were like, this is definitely the last guy to ever do this.
Well, I watched the race.
I'm sure his
and
time
it seemed to be.
I'm sure his
everyone
time
else
seemed to
tripped.
be-
That was disqualified.
Yeah, it was like Cool Runnings where all the black guys tripped and he skated
He
to the
somehow
win.
hurdled over them.
Yeah, he was 4 seconds behind, but he hurdled past all the black bodies. No, he. I mean, the whites are clearly behind in the sprinting.
Sure.
The sprints.
Right. That's why we invented the Winter Olympics.
Right. That's why I had that was the joke, is that we invented the Winter Olympics for this reason. And, but also
Swimming
like
too.
there's like
I had this joke.
yeah, but swimming is you have the fast swim, but did you know there's like a 10-kilometer swim where they swim for 2 hours?
Yeah, I did not know that because they don't put that on television.
They don't. They just keep that one. They just keep that one on the. I watched the highlights, 15-minute YouTube video of the highlights of this thing,
Damn.
and it's just these dudes
Look at this turn.
swimming in a giant ass. Swimming in a giant ass circle
great turn on lap.
in the ocean outside of.
Oh, it's in the ocean. It's
Bro,
not
they
in a pool.
analyzed it just like that. No, that's what I'm saying. It's open water swimming. It was in Rio. It was in like the ocean off of Rio, and they're just swimming out there. Dude, they swam for an hour and 55 minutes, bro. And this guy was leading. He's leading by a minute. And then they're like, he's not going to last. He's not going to last. He can't lead for this long.
You can see it floating
and then
in the water.
his ass just faded, and then he didn't even place in the top three.
Yeah.
Swimming in that super fresh ocean right off of Rio de Janeiro, man. It was
Just churning the water up, bro.
Damn.
They got, no brothers in that event. It was all whiteys. The guy who won it was a fucking like Norwegian dude or some shit.
Man, dude, there's this like this show on Netflix about like famous losers in sports, like one of their like mini series, and they did this one on fucking curling, and there's this dude who he got to, his team got to like the finals or some shit, and they lost, and he developed this new method of just like slamming all the shit like really hard. It's like it was kind of like it was very unsportsmanlike. It technically it wasn't illegal what he was doing in the rules of the game, but it like made it unwatchable apparently, and he just dominated for years, and everyone hated him. But he's like,
I saw that.
He sounded
I saw
like a winner
on
though.
Netflix.
yeah, it's on Netflix. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. No,
Hey man, you changed the game. People got mad at that fucking Asian kid for playing Jeopardy wrong. Do you remember him? He went on this big winning streak.
oh, because he would
How
just
did you
choose.
play, bro?
Or well, he would get the $1,000 first.
Wait, why
right?
do you
He
describe
would
him
go-
as an
well, he would
Asian
go
kid?
all over
He's
the
not
board.
Asian, that guy.
Who?
The guy who went on a big.
Who you talking
the
about?
professional gambler.
No. No, not that. There was this Asian contestant. It doesn't matter that he's Asian, I guess. It was just like he was a contestant on Jeopardy, and he started playing the game differently. I think the guy who went on that streak kind of copied him because this guy was earlier.
I see.
He wasn't going. You know how you usually do the 200 and then you go down
it's like
in the same
gentleman's
column.
way to do it. It's an unwritten rule of Jeopardy.
Right. This guy was jumping all around because he was trying to eliminate the daily doubles early.
Right.
He was trying to get them, so they never put him in the $200 category. So he would jump to category and money level between like the 3 levels.
Wow.
And people, and so
Yeah, they hated him.
Bro, he was a maniac. He was just like 1600, 12. He would just go around the board, but he dominated.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't make Jeopardy like unwatchable, but a lot of people were like, he's playing the game like no one's ever played it before.
He's
He's got no respect.
He's the who? Oh yeah. He's using the rules to get the fouls. He's going to the line 15 times a game.
Yeah, man.
And he does 3-step. He does 3-step back threes.
There's too
all
much
the time.
money in Jeopardy for people to play by the
Bro,
rules.
I was thinking about this. How do they have all that money? Like, is that ad dollar really that much on Jeopardy?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, man.
the most anyone can win in a single.
Like, Jeopardy is a straight staple.
Yeah, man,
That's crazy.
It's on national real television or not cable. And
But 5 days a week, they can give away fucking $25,000.
Yes.
Do you know how much Alex Trebek makes?
I
makes?
want to guess. Do you know how much he makes?
Yeah, I looked it up because I wanted to see.
$40 million a year.
I'm going to go 43 million.
It's probably more than that. He makes $10 million a week for shooting. I don't know how long the season is.
$10 million a week. Well, they film a week's worth of episodes in a day.
I think they do a month in a week or something like that. So, So I mean, the dude is breaking at least 40 mil, probably, if not more, depending on how long the season
Well, he
is.
needs to cash those checks right now.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
He was they did like a behind the scenes interview, and he didn't seem that happy that they were there. He didn't seem like super stoked, and he seemed kind of like I don't know. He seems like he'd be kind of a douche to hang out with outside of Jeopardy.
I mean, what with the cancer and everything?
Just getting that cancer all over everybody. No, just like he seems like if you didn't have anything interesting to say to him or something he wasn't interested, like at a party, he would just be like, "Nah, I ain't talking to this fucking guy." Like he wouldn't. He just would be like, if you didn't know about whatever he knew about or was reading about at the time, I feel like he would just be like, "I'm done. There's no reason to hang."
I imagine if you're hanging out with Alex Trebek and you don't talk to him in the form of a question, he just bitch slaps you.
He just
What'd
rips
you
his
say to
mustache off and smashes it on your face.
He's like, "What? Motherfucker, I'm Alex motherfucking Trebek." And then he bitch slaps
The
you.
question
What
is,
is
what
a
is
bitch
my
slap?
name,
Yeah.
bitch?
Yeah. What
Answer, a bitch slap.
acceptable? Yeah. What the fuck did you say? Yeah, man, throw some respect
What
on
the
it.
fuck did you just say to me?
So
Put
Trebek,
some respect on
Man,
my name?
I bet anytime Alex Trebek runs into was it the Wheel of Fortune? Is that Pat Sajak?
Pat Sajak,
Like-
son.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, but like Alex Trebek he thinks he's better than Pat Sajak, and he is, but
He
there's
is, yeah,
like
he's smarter.
there's
He's
like
a
the
little bit.
intellectual like
I heard Pat Sajak and Vanna White used to be doing that show trashed.
I bet, man, they like dude, Vanna White was probably so fucked up. She's like,
I mean, Vanna White literally was never heard from. She just smiled and touched that little corner of the letter. And then it was, I mean, as long as she could stand up in heels, she was fine doing her job drunk as hell.
could you imagine? She's like, I'm a fucking Rhodes Scholar, god damn it. Yeah. This was just
Smile those pearly whites, bitch.
It's funny how,
time
like,
to touch the
All
letters.
these people that have been on TV for decades are so bored of it, and it's so rote to them that it's just like going into like your cubicle job at this point. They're just
Yeah.
like, I couldn't care less. Of course, I'm going to get wasted and go on TV in front of
Yeah.
millions of people.
I wonder how many contestants her or Pat slept with.
Man, fucking, Bob Barker is probably slinging that dick, man.
I'd like to buy a V.
Day. Yeah.
I'd like to buy a P and a V.
I'd like to buy a P in your V, ma'am. That's Pat Sajak's pickup line right there. Excuse me, ma'am.
I bet you Pat Sajak is a dog.
He's super right-wing.
I think he's like a right-wing. Yeah, he's a right-wing nut job, dude.
He probably goes after the person that just like lost big.
Yeah,
and then
he's like I can get you a little extra cash.
Yeah, he's like, look, I saw you blew that $10,000, but if you want to make $35 right now, then come on back here. Just fucking lowballs him, man.
He just does that shit like in Slumdog Millionaire where he fucking heats up the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's like leaves his dressing room on the mirror.
Oh man. Yeah, dude.
For a good time, go to Studio B.
Because he learned long ago that you can't go after the person that just won, because they're
riding high.
Yeah, they're riding high, and
they have self-respect.
Yeah, there's too much work.
They just want a Nissan Altima.
Yeah.
They're feeling good about themselves.
Yeah.
He's like the Jeffrey Epstein of TV show hosts. He's just like he's been like after he dies, it'll come out that he's been predatorily hitting on women for 3 decades on The Price is Right or whatever. What is he?
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Epstein.
Yeah, like all the names of the victims will come out on the like their names will be written on the Wheel of Fortune board. And shit like
I was it's just like a blurred out person in a muddled voice like I was a contestant in 1995. Yeah. I don't feel like coming forward, but I just want to say that Pat Sajak, after I blew $20,000 and I lost the PT Cruiser, Pat Sajak came up to me in the bathroom and well, it was too much to handle.
He said I could PT Cruise his dick.
He said he could get me a 1995 Subaru sedan if I would suck his dick in the bathroom.
He's like, look, you just blew that thing because you can't spell apple like a retard. And but I got some furniture from The Price is Right that I can get you.
Dude, it's crazy though. Like if you ever look at the low light, like if you ever look at the YouTube videos of people fucking up on the Price or on the Wheel of Fortune, like this one college kid, the answer was Achilles, and he kept saying Achilles, and they were just like, dude, we can't give you the clue, man. We cannot give you. They would not accept it. And he was like, I'd like to solve. It is Achilles, and it was just like. And then it was like, and then the lady next to him goes, is it Achilles? And they zoom in on his face, and it's just like, bro, it was a college edition, so he went back to Harvard or wherever and just got roasted out of that school.
It's like, dude, man, come on. Yeah.
What is Achilles?
Achilles, man.
Achilles.
Yeah, I would not.
Pathetic.
That would not be my show because I can't spell for shit. So
yeah.
Dude, you ever watch like Jeopardy with a group of people and like you get that you're like, okay, I think I know this answer, but I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want to seem like a fucking dumbass.
Oh yeah, but then
public shame of you not saying it.
But then when he says the answer and it was the thing that you know, and then you're like, damn, I gotta trust my gut, and so you do that the next time, but then you're wrong,
you're completely wrong.
Yeah, but
what is Zambia? And it's just like, what is Antarctica? You're like,
what is Achilles?
Yo, what is Achilles?
Yeah, man. And then, oh man. But like now that they've got some Jeopardy episodes on Netflix, it just makes me think of that Seinfeld episode when Elaine was watching it in 2 different time zones, like people trying to cheat at that shit now.
Oh yeah,
now that it's on Netflix, it'd be easier to do.
I feel like I'm okay at it, but there's a whole different thing when you're like actually playing the game. It's like It's like how everybody is confident they could do comedy because they know how to talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then you like actually go into a Jeopardy game and you just get your shit pushed in because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, you get ran by the pros.
Yeah, man.
You're trying to follow the Dave Attell of fucking Jeopardy, and you're just like,
Who was like was it Ken? Ken was the guy who won forever, right?
Ken Jennings.
Yeah, he had the longest streak.
Yeah, man, you think you know shit, and then until you're standing next to Ken fucking Jennings, and then
That dude just doesn't even look at the board anymore. Is just looking you right to the side of your head. It's just, I want to answer this blind bitch. Yeah,
he's just
it's
staring
like the
at
equivalent of Jordan closing his eyes at the free throw line.
He's fucking smoking a cigarette the whole time. You know, just
he's jerking off underneath the board there. underneath his little podium. He's fully erect. He's hitting the dinger with his dick.
Yeah, it's the only way it's exciting for him still. Yeah,
he had to keep winning because he knew this would be the last time he came if he ever lost that game.
He gets the daily double, a little bit of pre-cum just spurts out.
Yeah.
You just have to act like nothing's happening.
He's like, what is what is the Japanese uprising of 1912?
He actually
dude.
He times his orgasm for an answer that is literally just making a moaning sound. Some shit like the Wuhan
dude.
I don't know.
I wonder if anybody talks shit when they're on commercial break. If he just looks over to the contestants, he's like, "I'm gonna fuck your whole family tonight."
Scoreboard. You know, he'll be like, "Oh man, what do I want to do with this 20,000? You know
he's
what?
Like, damn,
I think I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna buy 3 fucking PT Cruisers." Yeah,
he's like, it sounded like you were going to donate some of your money to charity, but I'm actually going to donate to the opposite charity. So whatever your cause is goes in the opposite direction.
How about you download
I hope
the
there's
Uber
some
app
fucking
right
ruthless
now
Jeopardy players.
Yeah, it's like Larry Bird talking shit. Like, who's coming in second? Like he's like he points. He's like, you know, you see arts and crafts for 700. I'm taking that next, bitch. That's me. He's just calling his shots.
Dude, when they're doing that talk with Alex after the game is over and you can't hear what they're saying, he's just like, "Yeah, Alex, it's crazy that you keep bringing me little bitches to beat every day. I was hoping you'd get me some real competition by the time I had 30 wins under my belt."
Yeah, these people can't guard me.
Oh, bro. Okay, here's something. The Netflix on Jeopardy, they choose, like, it's kind of random, like, what, you know, they'll show like one guy just who goes on a streak, and that's kind of like that's the run of shows.
Yeah.
But they show this lady. They show this lady go on a winning streak, and it's these episodes are years old, so you're like, oh, like you look them up, and we found out when we were watching over the house that this lady had died. And she was like, it was like watching a ghost because she had been dead for like a number of years. But it was like, so she wins it, and then they include the episode in Netflix of Alex Trebek saying that she had died because she died very closely after she won. So he's like, some of you really enjoyed Susan's performance, but what we didn't tell you is that she was currently battling stage 4 cancer. She has unfortunately passed away. And then they just show, and then they go, all right, time for Jeopardy! And they just start a new game.
She was still winning? That's how the streak got broken? Is she...
No. She ended up losing, but like, no, that would be insane if they're like, well, unfortunately, Susan couldn't come back today because her she had to have emergency.
How much would it? How it would suck so bad to know you got your ass beat by someone with terminal cancer.
They like have so
Jeopardy.
Much else on their mind.
Yeah, like they're battling cancer and they outthought you, dog. Like. Fuck.
They're having existential dread every time they click that buzzer, and they still know the capital of Nairobi.
Yeah, man, this motherfucker knows. Yeah, they still know which direction the Nile flows, man. Like, what the fuck?
You're just all upset that she has money that she can't even use in this lifetime. You're like, I could have fucking used that to pay down my student loans.
Yeah, she's donating to an incurable disease. Selfish bitch.
The unwinnable
that would suck. Imagine, like,
there's hella mad.
Imagine, like your friend makes it on, and then he lost to her, and you're just like, "Hey, man, you know, it's just the fact that you even got there is amazing." And then you find out that she had, be like, "Oh, I would clown them so hard." Be like, "Man, remember when you lost to someone with terminal cancer? Jesus Christ!"
Hey, we've all lost to someone with cancer in our life. Not lost someone with, lost to someone with.
Hey, yeah, it happens. You know.
I'm just getting served up L's left and right during this pandemic. Getting L's left and right. Daddy Trump hasn't even come through with my check yet.
Oh, brutal. Max, have you gotten yours?
No, but I am eligible according to the website. I'm eligible to receive.
You got yours, Dylan?
Yeah, I got mine.
Damn.
They send it to the frontline workers first, I think.
They're like, you better use this only for PPE. If you use this for anything you enjoy, then we're taking this money
it's
back.
going to be injected right back into the economy for much-needed supplies.
They're like, yeah, this is just a big Ponzi scheme where they give all these frontline workers $1,200, and all they can do is buy various types of masks and gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, they send it with like a coupon for N95 masks.
This is a coupon for one black market N95 mask that actually just costs $1,200.
And it expires in 3 days, so you need to use that shit quickly.
Dude, I signed up for a meal service.
Seth had.
And they.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
And I tried to cancel it, but I had suspended it, and so in order to cancel it, you have to reactivate your account and then cancel it. And in the 30 seconds or whatever that I reactivated it, they charged me $44.
Yeah.
Dude, they are ready.
Yeah.
They're going under
ready.
because they're going under like in 3 more days. So they know it's like just all this money we get is just free money.
Dude, I bought one of those fucking like Manscaped, you know, those fucking like ball trimmers. Yeah. And I just bought it, and whatever, I bought it, and that was it. And I thought it was over, but apparently they don't tell you, or like they for sure don't make it that clear that when you buy it, it like is like comes with like a blade that they'll send you every 3 months for like $15.
Yeah.
And so I had a charge in my bank account. I was like, bitch, Manscaped, I bought this fucking 4 months ago. Like, why would I? Like, what are they charging? So I looked up.
Yeah, my balls is clean.
Saying, like, dude, who is grinding? What kind of fucking pubes do you have that you need a new fucking 3? Like, can you imagine how hard your pubes are that you grind down a steel blade every 30 months? I mean, dude, I've used it like maybe once a month. Like, how much are
maybe
you?
They're sharing it around the house, Maybe.
I don't know. You gotta imagine.
I mean,
there are probably some fucking hairy motherfuckers out there, man. Like
that's like having Brillo pads for pubes that you need that you're cutting down a fucking
shit. Like,
I mean,
remember how
3 months, bro? And there was an option to do 1 month. That means some people are like every month they're just like, yep, I broke another one. I got caught in the jungle again.
They got lost down there. I can't find
That's
it.
insane.
Oh man,
They just get caught in there and they're like, I'm gonna have to shave out the blade.
This is excavation mission. Save this blade.
Those fucking services are they're so grimy. Like, they don't tell you that, like, they don't make it like clear, like, hey, we just want to know that every 3 months you will be charged $15.
Yeah.
And then to try to cancel it, it's so confusing.
There
it's
is
like,
no way to cancel it, is the thing.
Like, there is, legally there has to be, because they would get sued. But you do it, you're like, they make the button that you have to click look like it's not what you're trying to do.
Dude,
like it's so frustrating.
The meal, it's called Meal Pal.
Who'd you
Meal
use?
Pal.
There's so many.
And you click.
Yeah, they sponsored Joe Rogan for a week. And then they went
what podcast did you use?
I was referred to by
off?
a friend, but whatever.
Oh damn, this is a fucking
not my friend anymore,
dog. Yeah, fuck that person.
So you click the button like cancel my account, and then it's like they're like, "Are you sure? You can just suspend it for 30 days." And then you're like, you have to scroll down to the bottom and click, "No, I don't want to do that. I want to cancel it." Then it brings you to another page, and it says, "Okay, to cancel it, you have to email us at this email address."
Oh my god, dude!
So suddenly, like they've forgotten how to use technology, and you have to go out of the app and then actually like email somebody. And then I emailed them,
bro.
And then they finally emailed me back, and they're like, "We can cancel your account, but we could just put it on hold and give you credits for 6 more meals." And then I found $20, and then that was the story. Are you guys still there?
We could.
We weren't for the entire point that you were making again.
When you said, but then I emailed them,
and then it was like ping pong.
I think it's when I get too excited
until you just said but.
Out.
Yeah, dude, when you get angry, your shit just fucking loses.
And I'm almost out of battery.
Your phone is like a domestic abuse survivor. It's like, please don't get mad. I'll shut
It's
down.
not my phone, it's my headset, remember?
Oh, your headset. Oh, yeah. Well, dude, so I'm a member of LA Fitness, and even in non-pandemic times, when you want to cancel, you have to physically go into the office.
Right. Oh,
You
yeah.
can't just, like, cancel online. And I was like, okay, well, surely they'll suspend that during a time I can't go to the gym. And, of course, you look, and it's like, if you'd like to cancel your membership, you have to go in and talk to a man. I'm just like, dude, this is 2020, and your fucking bitch ass doesn't have an easy cancel button. You like that's they know their business plan is based on someone buying a gym membership and then not going to the gym, and then they're finally like, hey, dude, why am I spending $30 a month on a gym I don't go to? I'm gonna cancel it. It's like, hey, you know the one place you haven't been going? Yeah, we're gonna make you come here to cancel that and get your fucking money.
Yeah, we're gonna. You have to see the shame in your eyes. That's what we need.
It's like, wow, Doey, it looks like you haven't been in here, and now you're just going to cancel? You're like, yeah, I'd like to. They always have the fittest people working the fucking membership desk, too.
Yeah.
Dude, I had there was a couple who worked at mine at the Lloyd Center. It was like they were dating. They were like both worked at the gym, and they were dating, and like I would see them. You could never tell if they were there to work or to work out because they were kind of wearing the same shit. So you would just like, their whole life was based around
being at
this
that
job
gym.
that they had.
Yeah,
it was weird as hell, and it was just like,
were there any times when you went up to ask them for like assistance and they're like, yo, I'm off the clock, I'm just here?
No, I would just be like, I mean, it was just weird because they were like a very, very fit couple, and I was like, man, your whole life. Like, it's probably just, like, if they slip a little bit, each one of them probably shames them, like, in the bedroom. It's just, like, they just grab little pieces of excess skin, and they're just like, oh, this is what you haven't done on your fucking work this week, you piece of shit.
I noticed you only did 4 sets of one-legged squats today. Just not saying anything, but just...
Yeah, you know. I noticed when you fell down 8 times, you only got up 7 times.
You stayed down that last one, and that's not what our fitness gurus would tell us is the right way to do it.
You know we live by that. If you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. You know that's how we live.
Just how we do it. That's how Dwayne Wade did it, and that's
Does
how
that
we're
make sense? I know this is probably some hack bit, but like if you fall down 7 times, you
should get up.
Yeah, no, that's
7 times.
I remember being in the 7th grade when my football coach was saying that shit. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And I think if you thought that thought while your football coach said that, you weren't gonna play football after that. Like that was kind of a moment where
you're not giving 110% in that moment.
I think I'm gonna go smoke weed instead.
This dude doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I'm gonna go learn how to play the guitar.
All those coaches are half
One time
cards.
during my senior basketball season, what did you say?
No, I was cutting out again. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're insane. They're insane. My coach, one time we were losing at halftime, and he got I think, God damn it, Max.
Max,
you guys, I'm on a delay.
Max, you're breaking up again,
like
bud.
A minute after I'm talking.
We're going to have to put Max out to pasture.
You can hear he's so mad.
I can hear you're upset, and that's great. That's the greatest part about...
Yeah, you guys are gone. I can't hear you guys anymore.
Anybody who listens to this is like, what is going on?
No, we're not releasing this one.
We can hear Max. We can hear you say, "You can hear," and then it goes,
"No,
and I just know some hilarious point is being made, but I can't hear it.
Well, I guess we'll get to hear it in the edit. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up anyways. But I was gonna say.
Yeah, you had a coach.
Halftime,
okay, yeah.
At halftime, one time, my fucking basketball coach, we were losing, and he somehow found a football helmet, put it on, and smashed his face into a locker. He was like, "You got to be fucking tough. Look at me. I don't give a fuck." And he just grabbed his football helmet, put it on, and bashed his face into a locker. He's like, "You got to be fucking crazy to play this game." We're like, "Dude, you're a tiny little white dude. Like, what are you doing?"
Well, also like that, putting on a football helmet and then putting your head against the locker isn't that tough. You just
no, it's not.
You,
you should do that without the helmet.
You just put on a major piece of protection.
He did that one other time. He had us all dressed in football pads, and then to try to show us to be tough to get like a rebound. And I was like, dude,
how can you get a rebound when oh my?
It was just like dudes it was just a few of the guys who played football, they played in the fall, and then they were also on the basketball team, were like dominating because they actually knew how to they were way stronger, they could push people out of the way. And I was just like, dude, we're going to break our fucking hands trying to this is retarded.
Yeah.
This makes no sense to try to win at basketball.
Man, and that's when your coach was like, Silberman, you ain't got it, man. You ain't got it.
I can tell you from right now, you don't have it because you're a white Jewish guy, and this is not a white Jewish sport.
I can tell you're going to be funny on stage someday, though, kid. I believe in you.
I can tell you that this pain that you're feeling from not really doing well at basketball is gonna haunt you for a decade later, and then you'll finally start spewing it out into open mics.
Your coach was like, "Hey, kid, this basketball thing isn't for you, but I can see that one day you're going to find yourself through comedy." And it's going to bring you some semblance of hope. And then there's going to be a global pandemic that shuts that shit down right as you're starting to feel decent about yourself. And
just remember, any of your dreams are totally pointless, and we're all going to die.
And it's like, damn, that was an insightful-ass coach.
He was like, wow, dude, he really had that shit going. Well, this was fun. This was a fun first pod.
Yeah, what's up with you, Max? What do you think?
I think he's gone,
I'm
bro.
here.
I think Max just straight dipped.
Oh, I can hear you now. Yeah, hell yeah.
I just have to calm it down, take it down a couple
You can hear
notches.
Max? Oh, there we go. Okay. I hear Max now.
Yeah.
I lost you for like a minute or two, Max, so I don't know if you were saying anything.
I was not. I was trying to compose myself.
You were just beating your face into the wall as you were mad at your headset?
No, you guys were cutting out a little bit, but yeah.
Next time we're just going to do it. We don't need the video, so we're just going to do it as a phone call, which won't cut out. It's cutting out because we're doing this through the internet, and it's a stream it's without the video, there's no reason not to just do a three-way phone call.
Yeah.
And that won't cut out. So
you guys, yeah. Or I could call in, you guys could do video.
I mean, I don't even mind not having the video. The video is, I thought it was going to be weird, but I think it's working without.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So.
Or FaceTime. Do FaceTime.
Yeah, but even FaceTime was kind of cutting out last time.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
Well,
we did it. First one in the books.
Yeah, tight.